Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Let's look at market conditions. We definitely are seeing a little bit of stability here this morning after a pretty crazy couple of days. We'll take a look at some of the banking stocks and some of the issues here. We're still in our overall bearish and a bear market. We're reaching the extremes of this current trend, which could mean a shorter term bounce off of some of these levels. And we are seeing still kind of this is a really slow moving trend line here, and so we're still seeing that kind of just move a little bit higher. So some of these more recent days have not fully been priced into that trend, so we may see it start to turn back down a little bit. We'll have to continue to follow that. Shorter term signals, we are now seeing breadth and momentum starting to approach some of those oversold levels. We have seen sentiment pull back now, which is one of the things we've wanted to see in terms of establishing a bottom. Whether or not we continue this overall slide is going to be the overall the question here in the short term. Momentum, we're down to this lower range inside this current trend. Same with breadth, and so that's going to be a lot of headwind for the market here over the next few days and months. And you can see that sentiment line is now pulled back a little bit, which is related to fear and related to the fear index, and certainly a thing to watch there. We're seeing this buy sell ratio again up to its extreme levels, at least within this is a year's time frame. So we're now approaching this upper range where it's been before. At least in these pretty sharp sell-offs. So we may see some consolidation right here, maybe even a little pop, a little bit of a rally, and we'll see if we end up getting, maybe something that looks like this and creating some divergence as this comes up and this comes down, and then they work their way back together. What that means is we may have this period here, which is going to be a lot of volatility and some up and down that you may or may not want to try and participate in. But be aware at these levels. A lot of times when things are at its worst is when the most opportunity is, but we don't necessarily want to try and jump in too soon and try and get too cute and trying to anticipate. That being said, I wanted to go over here in the sectors. I wanted to go over some of these finance stocks. If you go here to this finance tab, scroll down here to some of these banks. These are the regional banks. You have major regionals, you have banks northeast, southeast. So these regional banks are areas to be watching. So you'll see that almost all of them are just in that sell signal and just getting pummeled. And so let's take a look at some of the stocks. So you could sort through that, and as you're going through, the opportunity here, the possible opportunity for a contrarian is that we are extremely oversold. You look at some of these stocks like OVLY. We go through a few of these, and you're going to see that almost all of them are looking like this. So whether or not that means that this is an opportunity to be buying back in, it's definitely something to be watching for, adding some of these potentially to watch list, because this is where opportunity as a contrarian, meaning looking for the opposite direction to be able to profit from that. So keep an eye on some of those. You may be able to go through and find maybe a local bank that you know of, or even a bank that you are familiar with. Zions Bank, for example, is just getting crushed here. Some of these 42% in the last month, 40% in the last week, and if there's no contagion and all of these banks are fine, then really not a lot has changed other than this is just a fear sell-off. So you may see if the confidence comes back in, you really could see a real strong bounce right here, and maybe one to be able to consider. If you don't have full access to the site, you can sign up with the link below. We look forward to having you. Have a great day.